wanted to just keep everybody aware, because by the time you see this, you'll probably have more information. But there's a hurricane coming towards South Carolina and North Carolina.
I was just thinking about that because I'm like, man, I ain't heard too much about hurricane. I remember last year.
Well, because you know, people wait till the day before it touches down.
Remember last year, like the end of August.
At the same time.
Yeah.
No, this is the busy season. This right here.
I mean, it ain't hitting yet, though.
Yeah.
Because remember, they was missing, I think they had to reschedule like the first NFL games.
We missed like a whole week of school.
What was the one
last year?
Yeah, it was like the same week.
Irma?
No, that was Harvey.
Harvey, that was last year, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was Harvey and Irma. Yeah.
And then there was another one.
And then we had the, what was it?
The one here, Ike.
That's what it was.
Was it Ike?
I think so.
Yeah.
We had that one.
Ike.
We had an eclipse like 2 weeks before that.
Remember the one that came through here and went through New Orleans?
But I don't think that was Ike, though. Was it
might
Ike?
have been Ike.
There was a lot of hurricanes last year.
Maybe Irene or Eileen or something.
Irene.
Like
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah.
Okay.
We had a lot of hurricanes last year.
Yeah.
Eclipse too.
The eclipse.
It was wild.
That's what started it. And then everything else got thrown
That was
off.
crazy, wasn't it?
Yeah, and then there was like mad hurricanes, mad tornadoes.
You thought it was about to be the end of the world.
Yeah, I was like, Jesus, you on your way?
Right. That's real.
Yeah, so just keep anybody watching in South Carolina, North Carolina,
be on the lookout.
Be on the lookout. It's
Most
supposed to hit one day next week, and it might be a Category 3. And that's
like in the middle.
Damage to your roof, flooding. It depends on if it's a wind or a water event, but the storm surge is going to be high for coastal areas. So if you live within, like, say 5 to 10 miles of the ocean, you should be like above sea level. You gotta start getting your plans in order, and get it back to back. We wanted to talk about something that happened last week in Dallas.
Yeah.
And I'm really less likely to share police shooting videos and stuff like that anymore, because I think that, some people are more drawn towards certain things than others. So if you see something that touches your heart, you share it, you keep up on it, you keep people abreast on it, you do what you can do. This one in particular really, really, really just messed me up bad, because this man was in his house minding his own business, and somebody came in and shot him.
Yep.
A cop who was off duty, but she was still in uniform. So.
Oh man! And allegedly, she thought that it was her apartment and that he broke inside her apartment. Correct? Allegedly. I'm gonna keep saying allegedly, but yeah, I had that same article.
Yeah.
But I heard. I think I saw a report that she actually what's she getting charged with?
Manslaughter.
Yep. So she can probably beat.
That's what it says.
Yeah. What is his name?
The officer's name was Amber Geiger. It's a 4-year veteran of the department.
Why wouldn't she be charged with breaking and entering?
That's what I said. I was thinking the same thing, because manslaughter is just an accidental murder.
Yeah,
it was nothing accidental. It was nothing accidental.
His name is Botham Jean. Botham Jean.
He might be Haitian, probably.
He might be. Well, I saw his mother did an interview, and I think that they are from the islands. I don't think it's Haiti.
Got you.
But it is from one of those islands. He's 26 years old.
Yep. That's scary, man.
He is a worship leader at his church.
Yeah.
He works for. Well, he worked for an agency that does. What's the name of that agency?
I read that. I think it's at the bottom of this article right here. I got you.
He worked for a
young professional engaged in developing a career built upon integrity, dedication, and relationships, leveraging useful technologies. So I think he was in the tech industry. That's what he was doing.
He worked for one of those
firms.
Something
what is
different? The name of that? What is the name of it? Let me look it up right now. He worked at. I'll find it. But anyway, Thursday night, he was in his apartment, and the officer entered his apartment because she mistook her apartment for her own apartment. Okay, he was from St. Lucia.
Got you. Okay.
So that may be the reason why his last name is French.
Yeah.
I just can't.
He seemed like he was a cool dude too.
He worked at PricewaterhouseCoopers. That's what he worked at.
Man.
The officer was charged with manslaughter. Everyone is saying she should have been charged with murder.
Yep.
the Dallas police issued an arrest warrant for manslaughter, but then they said that the Texas Rangers were going to do a private investigation, but the Texas Rangers removed the warrant and sent the officer home.
Yep. And I think that this time she can't say that she was in fear for her life because his neighbor said that he was a great neighbor. He was quiet, friendly, and super chill. Never had parties. We could chat about life, smiling and laughing, and he had a huge smile. So we can't say that he was a threat. So this is going to be very interesting to see. But again, I don't see how you mistake somebody for being inside of your apartment, but it wasn't your apartment. And then you go to the extent of killing this person too.
How did she get in though? Was he just left his door unlocked?
Wait, Kim, you said something that made me think earlier, right? You said that they were possibly like sleeping together or something?
Well, the rumors were saying that they were seeing each other. I don't know how she got in his apartment. There's a video that's going around the internet that shows that she's lying because it would have been impossible for her to have just like tried to get in with the wrong key.
And then again, the room number. Like, a room number is always
even
beside
just
the
when
door.
you see the
how it's set
we
up.
could go on and on and on about how you can't just walk in somebody's house and think it's your house.
Yeah.
I have walked up to somebody's car and thought it was my car.
Yeah.
But then I would immediately try to put in the key and it didn't work.
How it smells.
How
the
it's
scent.
everything.
Yeah, the fresheners.
There's been a GoFundMe set up for him. It's called In Memory of Botham Jean. And so far they have raised $29,000. They were only asking for $15,000.
That's really good.
It just breaks my heart. His mother and his family, they have to be devastated. I don't know if they'll ever get any. I just hope they arrest this woman. This is crazy. I saw the video and like it breaks my heart. I don't have any faith in the Texas Rangers investigating the Texas police departments. This is what happened with the Sandra Bland case.
Yeah. It's supposed to be independent.
It's supposed to be an independent investigation, but it's like
it's not.
You're investigating. It's like you're investigating another podcast.
Right. It's still the same thing. Yeah.
Hopefully, by the time we come back, we can follow up on this story and find out more about what ends up happening. But that officer needs to be arrested. And I mean, I don't know what else to say. Did you see the video of her?
I have not seen the video.
There's an actual video. I posted it on Connecting the Dots on Instagram. Connecting the Dots ATL on Instagram. Follow us. I posted the video that someone posted of the aftermath of the shooting, and it shows the officer in the hallway of the apartment complex walking back and forth, very nervous, looking like she made a mistake or whatever. But we've seen that before.
Yeah.
We've seen that in a couple of officers' cases where they each admit, like, oh my God, I didn't mean to do that. But that doesn't mean anything. So
that's crazy.
We have to keep up with it and see what's going on. And if they call a boycott or if they do anything to protest, get involved.
Yep.
Because I would go to Texas for that. I would, because that's crazy. Young man in his own damn house. Like, where can you be safe at then?
Yeah, because he was at home. He was doing exactly what he was supposed to be doing, being at home, minding your own business. It still got interrupted somehow, some way. That's crazy.
She was off duty, but she was still in her uniform.
Yeah, something wrong with it. But this shows that this wasn't manslaughter. Apparently, this had to be calculated. She was wearing her uniform, all that stuff. So she could say, she was trying to protect herself or protect people inside the apartment. Who knows? But I find that very strange. But Kim, again, I think you might have found something that they possibly could have had.
So if they did mess around,
or something,
that'll be another thing that comes up. But
it ain't though, because it's his word versus her word.
It's his word
and
versus her
he's
word,
dead.
and
so
he's dead.
He can't even defend himself. So that's crazy.
And she's a cop. And so
she's
been a cop for 3 years, and she shot somebody before already.
And she's a female, so she can say that she really felt in danger for her life.
She's only 30 years old. She's a 4-year veteran of the Dallas Police Department.
Yeah. She'll probably get off.
That's not fair.
Worst case, she can say that she has a mental problem or something. Like, there's so many options that she can choose. It's crazy. And you already know when she sits down with a legal team, they'll be able to break everything down for her. And, she'll be able to finesse. That's how it works.
She faced no charges following a May 12, 2017 incident in which police say she shot and wounded Uvaldo Perez after a struggle that resulted in Perez taking her gun. So she's on the 4 years. She shot 2 people.
See? It's the same pattern.
Her apartment wasn't even on that floor. Her key didn't work in the door.
Wow.
Was she intoxicated? Was she drunk?
So the police chief did a press conference, and she said that she's had toxicology done. If and when they'll release that information to us, we don't know. I don't care if I don't know, as long as the judge and the jury knows what's going on.
Man.
How did you
That's
get
tough.
on the wrong
That's tough.
floor? Why? Like, it's just so much. And then someone that worked there or lived there in that apartment complex said that they had like a verbal altercation before.
So she's shown all the signs, everything. And again, she kept her job. Like, I don't get why it's the cops that kill somebody. And if you check their records, they've done this before.
Look,
and they still keep their job.
I know you guys can't see this, but you go to our page, you can see it. But you'll see her roaming around the hallways crying. You hear crying?
Mm-hmm.
That's her. Very visibly upset. It's on Connecting the Dots, ATL on Instagram. And she's visibly shaken. And then they show them carrying him out on the gurney.
Wow.
So,
where did she shoot him at?
I don't know.
Like, did she shoot him in the chest, head? Because to me, if she shot him in the head, then that right there, that's like a blatant murder. That's a blatant murder. I can't even go with manslaughter if you shoot somebody in the head.
I don't know, but
that's crazy.
I think somebody, I don't know. They're going to have to arrest this woman. Just looking at her face.
Oh, she looks crazy.
Me.
Yeah, she looks crazy.
And
she cried too? That was a smart
crying.
move. That was a smart move.
She was crying like somebody did something to her.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. That was a very smart move. It was very strategic. It was very smart.
And it took them a while to release her name because people were asking for them to do that, and they didn't do it right away. So, yeah, you just got to be careful, y'all.
It was very smart. I got to give it to her. That was a smart move.
They all do that, though.
Yeah.
And they all cover it up for each other.
Yeah, I got to give it to her. That was a little genius. She did her thing on that one.
So,